Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Onward VR Master League. I am your caster and fellow birthday boy, Noman with a 4, and I am joined today by the sleepiest of casters, my good friend Sleepy with 2 3s. How you doing, buddy?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm doing just fine, Noman. And happy birthday on behalf of the entire VRML staff, and I think I can safely say the entire VRML community.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I did give up my birthday dinner to bring this cast to you, the folks at home. I am. You guys all you're in it for the long haul. None of this leaving after the second round nonsense. But I needed to see this game. I mean, it's such a good matchup. We're here at the end of season 7. We're in the last couple of days of the matchups, and this is one of the last real shakeups of the standings we could be seeing. And that shakeup is Animal House versus Danglers. It's going to be a fantastic matchup. Two very aggressive, very fast-moving teams that do a lot of really, really good work and have done really well this season. Danglers currently the 4th spot worldwide, and Animal House in 8th. So Animal House looking here to grab themselves a win and potentially get into that top 7 to stay out of the wild cards. And Danglers looking to, sort of lock down their spot and deny entry for Animal House. It's going to be a really good matchup. Lots of exciting stuff to come. Sleepy, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
I'm hoping that it's going to be as good as I'm expecting it to be, is how I should phrase that, because Animal House is, like you said, number 8 worldwide. They're just outside the cutoff for the automatic buys into the round robin stage. Right now, they're going to have to fight it out through the wild card, and let me tell you, that is a long day of play for just about anybody.
Yeah. No joke. That is no joke.
Yeah, it is absolutely no joke. It's
Really?
like ESL days, except that whole time you're playing, and it's full matches at full pacing for full amount of points, So it takes a lot out of you, and it takes a lot of stamina for teams to really be successful. Legionnaires seem to always do well in that, so you've got to watch out. You can't take the wild cards lightly. So yeah, Danglers, I think, going to be looking to not only keep Animal House out of the round robins automatically, but also to try and get a who like to duck a few of the Danglers challenges apparently this season. So both teams looking to get a win here, but I think ultimately Danglers should be able to take this one if they're playing well. It's an interesting lineup that we are seeing tonight. So far in the lobby, we have Stumpy Nub, Riboman, who's using his Civil War role-playing identity that he has for, I think it's Holdfast, whatever that Civil War first-person shooter is. Then you have Expediter and Plenus, and I believe the last player for them tonight is going to be Executioner, but he has not joined the lobby. So an interesting roster for them this evening. And then, of course, on the Animal House side right now, we're seeing Silent Knight, Steven F. Lipinski, a more recent pickup by Animal House this season, Green Theft Auto, and Willow the Wisp. So Animal House bringing out their heavy hitters tonight. They are not taking any chances. They want this win.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for running that delay. I'm in the lobby now, so just to let the folks know back home what the deal has been. I've been having some technical issues on my machine here on the mainstream PC. Had to basically reinstall Onward, which has been a whole thing. But we're looking to hopefully start this off soon. Really quickly, I did jump into the match page so the folks at home could see all those folks that you were talking about. And now, real quick, we'll talk about the bans while I try to get this last bit of my tech issues ironed out. And the bans that we got from the teams are the Animal House ban was Downfall, and the Danglers ban was Suburbia. And I believe the first map is Quarantine as well. So, what are your thoughts on those setups? What do you think? Those bans make sense, I think, at least for me. But what do you think?
I think the Danglers ban is smart. I believe the Danglers don't currently play Suburbia consistently enough to take Animal House, who does play Suburbia very well, on. So it's a smart ban from the Danglers there defensively. And then Animal House, I'm not sure why they banned Downfall against Danglers. Not necessarily Danglers' weakness, but it's not their strength as well. Like, you know, it's something they've been improving on. So I'm not quite sure. They probably would have been better off banning either this map, Quarantine, or Bazaar, because I think that's what's going to end up happening. Dangler's going to pick into their map next because they aren't afraid of Quarantine. And then you see maps Bazaar and Tanker, one of their favorite maps, still on the board. I don't know. That just seems really risky from Animal House to ban Downfall in comparison to some of those other very, very Dangler favored maps.
Yeah, absolutely, and that is a pretty accurate analysis, I think. But for the folks at home, I'm going to kick you to a short intermission. I have to play a little bit with my audio. I think I'm not getting game audio, and I don't want to start this cast off without being able to hear all the wonderful players on both sides. So just bear with us for just a couple minutes here. Hopefully the stream won't go down. I'm just going to kick it to a short intermission, but we'll be right back once we have this ironed out with the Animal House Danglers match as soon as possible. Thank you. All right, folks, it looks like things are ironed out. We've made it. The insanity is over. My apologies for that. It's one of those days, you know, everything else goes right, and then all of a sudden your computer just loses its GD mind, and yeah. I don't even know how some of these things that happened are possible, but it's fine. We're here now. The Animal House Danglers match is about to get underway. We have given teams the green light to go ahead and go. So a quick recap, Ban of Downfall coming out from Animal House and a Ban of Suburbia coming out from Danglers. And that Q1 is going to be our starting map. So we've set the stage, we've fixed the audio, everything is working like a dream. I'm excited for this Onward action, my good buddy. This is what I need for my birthday. I need a good, heated, tight 3-map series between these two teams to really seal the deal on this birthday. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying it's the icing on your birthday cake is what it is.
Abso-freaking-lutely. I am excited.
They better lay it on
for this action. Before we get to these teams kicking off, though, I do really quickly want to thank our VRML sponsors, VR Cover and ProTube VR, for sponsoring the VRML for quite some time. They have some wonderful product. If you guys haven't checked out all of the things that they have, go to their respective websites. There are links on the VR Master League site that you can check out. Some really amazing accessories from VR Cover, and ProTube makes some excellent gun stocks, peripherals for FPS gaming. So please go out there and do that. If you guys want to become sponsors or know somebody who would be interested in sponsoring VRML, please do reach out to us. Any one of the casters or Dakin on the site would be the way to go. We're always looking for the opportunity to grow, and we would appreciate as much help as anybody's willing to give. So reach out to us on that stuff. But you know, just so good. Everything's so good right now. How can you be upset with the state of anything? The game has been exciting this last couple of weeks as we got into the end of the season. It's been fantastic. We have some amazing games. We've got the championships coming up in the next couple of weeks. First, the open qualifiers, or wild cards, as some may know them.
Yes.
And then the round robins to decide who takes that 8th spot a week later, potentially. And then the semis and finals a week after that. So lots of exciting Onward action. Just because the season's over doesn't mean the action is over, because we have tons of stuff coming to you guys all the time. And thank you so much for tuning in to this cast, which, you know, right now it started off on a rocky foot. We didn't quite get to have as much fun as I was looking forward to having when kicking this cast off. We didn't even get our full 10-minute countdown, but now that we're getting close to game time, I'm starting to feel a little bit Randy sleepy. I watched your cast earlier, and I know you're feeling Randy.
We had fun earlier. We had fun. I'm gonna owe Dockin a $1 or $2 for the swear jar, but we had some fun earlier. And it was good. It was a great game. I mean, silent but deadly. Really bringing some heat there. I mean, taking map 2 like that, very impressive in a comeback. But just not having what it takes to take them down on cargo, and G-Men taking that game. So good on them. Good job to both teams. And now let's see if Animal House can achieve the comeback kid status today, or will Danglers be able to defend their currently 4th, but possibly ranked 3 spot globally. We are waiting for a member of Animal House to get back into the lobby. It seems he got kicked when he tried to ready up, apparently.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one experiencing Onward bugs today.
No, and it looks like we will be seeing a rehost Nominez. Both teams are piling out of the lobby.
Fantastic. Well, you know what? That's okay. That makes me feel a lot better. Although I feel like I'm still going to get blamed for the...
I mean, it's quite possible that it was your cause.
Yeah.
It was you coming back into the lobby that probably really booted him. I think that's really what it was.
I'm already getting blamed. Yeah, this is crazy. I can't win. No, but I think that once we iron this stuff out, the beauty about this, I mean, the delay in the beginning of the chat is one thing, but The matchup I think is gonna be so aggressive and so, fast paced. I don't think we're really gonna feel it once the game gets underway.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I think both of these teams, while I don't think Animal House are a super aggressive team always, they do have their moments. That is for sure, especially in the smaller maps like Cargo and Animal House. You see them getting aggressive, especially Willow. He is going to be their wild card. You never know what that guy's going to do. And then, of course, you have Steven, who also plays pretty well, fast and loose. Silent, he's a bit more methodical. Lipinski, I've not really come to terms with his role on the team just yet. I mean, he's a fantastic player individually, but I'm not sure exactly like what his, everyone's kind of got their niche on the team, right? Like for me, I was the intel, the comms guy. For you, I think, you're mostly their tactical guy, right? You're the tactician and intel guy as well, kind of, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely the long range and the sort of, corroborate all of the different intel and try to figure out where everybody is. So yeah, there's a lot of different roles for a lot of different players, and we'll be seeing what those roles are because the teams are in, the players are ready, they're excited. I think you guys might have even heard that audio from Plinus before the round 1 timer went up, but yeah, we are into this matchup.
Oh, and it seems Stumpy Nub might have sniffed out the spawn already. No, not quite. No call-outs coming in yet, but he is already looking west in the north courtyard.
We've got 2 here in the north. Expediter does make that spawn call-out. Doesn't look like anyone from Animal House is going to challenge his position here at the tank just yet. Expediter making the call-out that he's up in the north. It's just a lot of check shots.
One at Motel.
Ribo identifying one at Motel there, but there is a little bit more than one there for sure. It looks like there's 3 stacked up real
They're about to cross
real tight together. I think Will-O-the-Wisp is doing some dancing back there.
I don't know, but Green Theft Auto, well, the tight angle from back over near the camper will pick up Stumpy Nub in the roof courtyard, and that's a crucial pickup early on. Riboman's going to find Silent Night on the road crossing, though. Luckily for them, they'll have the smokes. Lipinski will get the revive, and they're across to the center portion of the map. And that's going to be huge for them because until that point, the Danglers had them locked up in the north side of the map, and really, they could have pushed the south really hard and shut that down. But, hey, we do actually have one. We have Plinus here in the south. He's going to be able to watch them crossing into the southern part, at least for the moment, until he fires the first volley of shots and gives away his position, of course.
Yeah, Lipinski's going to be in trouble here if Plinus decides to peek, but if he holds this tight angle, he's definitely going to find at least one. And now there's some developments. I mean, we'll take a look at the overhead map here. I don't want to jump around too much, but in the north, there's definitely a push coming out there all the way in the north. Plinus taking shots out towards Silent Night here. Glad I didn't jump away. Now they should be aware of his position. Wondering if we'll see a nade come out here.
A smart bet would say yes. Green Theft Auto does eventually come up behind Expediter there in the north and find him. Now there's just one Dangler up in the north. Executioner, he'll find Steven. Plinus is actually going to find Silent Night underneath the tank. And the tables have turned a little more quickly. Now things are even back out. It's 3v3.
Yeah, that was as quick as it could have possibly been. Plinus finding that pick. I'm surprised no one challenged his position. Silent just sort of went for the rotation there, despite knowing that there was an enemy in the vicinity.
Plinus said, I think I just killed Expediter's dead body. Funny.
I'm coming to tank courtyard.
Oh, Plinus going to be making this rotation at the wrong time. Lipinski, though, no, he's not going to make any rotation on it.
Yeah, I don't think he would have heard.
He's still waiting on Plinus to make a Randy move over there in that wall opening.
Well, I think the biggest deal here is that the fire in the center burning building is very difficult to hear over. I don't think you can hear that cross, but Plinus does find the headshot on Green as he comes down through that rooftop courtyard entryway, and now Will-O-the-Wisp is going to be the one in trouble. Plinus is making some very risky but very lucrative rotations right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Plinus is being a little too reckless here. If Willow's going to hear it, he does, but Willow fires and misses, and that's not going to be good. Plinus is going to be able to hear that. Who's going to be able to see who under the APC first?
I'm at APC.
I hear those call-outs. Willow should be seeing him. Yeah, he takes the shots
You have a nade?
underneath the tower here. Looking for the
Clean
nade.
call for the nade.
Rush out. And unfortunately, they are not going to be alive for their respective teams. And now it's all up to Lipinski here as he takes on the remaining 2 Danglers. He's got about 2 minutes left.
Yeah, plenty of time left for where the objective is. He's got Riboman and Executioner in between him. If he picks Riboman here, Executioner's on an odd rotation all of a sudden in the west side. So if he were to pick Riboman, he could actually run right to the objective. But nobody's going to realistically do that. Nobody's thought process is going to be pick one, run straight at the objective with your tablet out, you know? And it's going to take them time to get there.
Yeah, this is going to come down a lot to timing, I think. If he gets spotted out by Ribo here, he's going to be in big trouble. But he could make a pretty long rotation here out into... I think he did just get spotted by Ribo there on that cross. He makes it all the way over here, and Ribo isn't aware. He could get this pick. And then it'll just be up to Max, but he's got 60 seconds, and I think he knows it. Ribo's not peeking up over that
No, he
that
doesn't
stairwell.
see it. Oh, there he is. He is doing a check full south. He's not aware of exactly where Lipinski went, but there's the trade. The shots ring out. And Danglers take the first round away from Animal House. It's 1-0.
That was well played, and again, that was that timing. I mean, there was a section of time there where, you know, Ribo was not checking the south at all. He was rotating, checking the east, and checking more towards, like, sort of the ambulance south side through the stairwell. But I think he did catch that rotation out of Lipinski in the end and was able to spot him out. That's why he was checking the south so much. So, good play there by Danglers. Definitely some interesting rotations by Plinus, but they do pan out in the end. So we can't fault them for it, even if some of us want to. You know what I'm saying? Even if some of us want to fault them for it. All right, we're not going to waste too much time as the teams are going to swap sides to different objectives. Or sorry, to the same objective. No, that's okay. Don't apologize.
No, I'm saying sorry because your joke wasn't awkward and stupid. It was just
okay.
me being on mute. I actually responded to you. I just forgot I had muted my mic to take a drink.
Well, I'm glad that that's what's happening. But they are going to be seeing mirrored spawns. Animal House now going to be defending this objective. Danglers approaching from that courtyard as well. Lipinski looking to identify this spawn early, but Danglers very aware of that dangerous cross across the side. Danglers opting now to rush all the way across Hardware Hill here, and Lipinski could have had a shot on at least 2 members there, but chooses not to peek, holds that tight angle on the north. And Dangler's going to get all the way up
This could be a mistake. They're giving up way too much real estate, in my opinion, for the north side here. I mean, the north side is like the best side to attack from, and just having Green Theft in that West 5 story is not enough to control the north. If they get him picked, they can pick F. Lipinski from the courtyard pretty easily, and then it's just about covering the objective with smokes. I mean, if you can't see him, you can't kill him and stop him from capping.
Yeah, and Lipinski's going to be in trouble here. Stumpy is looking for this position. Checking, he takes the shots. He does find... Nope, he actually doesn't find Lipinski. Plinus finds Green Theft. Executioner confirms. The nade's coming out. It is a little short.
Here comes another one, though. This one might work. No, the roof ledge just barely hangs it. F. Lipinski's on to be on the rotation, but there's going to be at least 3 Danglers in this area. Expediter just there. Ooh, F. Lipinski does take some hits. Expediter, Stumpy Nub, all rotating and reacting on this. The objective is pretty much clear. The smoke's starting to come out. That one going to be a little bit long, but it will be somewhat effective in blocking the defender there on the long side. Now it's going to be all up to the guy. Who is that? Who do we have there? It is Steven watching the objective's backside. Stumpy Nub on a push. He's directly on top of the objective, but he doesn't have the smoke with him. Steven will find the kill, and now Executioner's going to try his luck, and he's made his way in behind the wall. If he gets down prone, he's got it. Steven will take down Riberman, but Executioner's going to go for it. Will he go for the cap? No, he is going for the cap, but he hasn't killed Steven yet, and that's going to be a mistake. Clean is going to come in. He's going to try his hand at stopping Steven. He will get Steven with the pre-fire. But he's the only one left. He's got to go for the cap. He's got 2 members of Animal House crashing down on him very hard. Silent Knight definitely saw him. Oh no, he's going to go for the cap. He does get killed, and Animal House take the round and tie things up 1-1 here on Quarantine.
What a great play there by Animal House. Steven having that patience really pay off for him in the end. I mean, Plinus does catch him out in the end, but getting those 2 crucial picks on Stumpy and Max, and honestly, Max could have just stayed behind that wall and capped. I don't know that he knew.
I know.
That he could just be sitting behind that wall.
He knows.
And cap. Okay, well,
he knows. Or he better know to be on a Danglers. He better know he can cap from there.
He got a little excited there and tried to cap maybe closer to the wall. I don't know what he was trying to do there.
I don't know. Maybe he just assumed that last exchange of fire that happened where Rybo was actually killed. Maybe he thought that Steven died there and just went for it out in the open like that. Who knows?
We never go out. Never go for it out in the open, no matter how many people are
had
alive.
that one kind of wrapped up with a bow there, but Steven just able to shut that one down, and then Linus able to shut him down, but not able to stop the crash onto the objective. And he might have actually been able to get that cap from the side of the wall that he was on when he faced up against Silent Knight there at the end of that round as well. So it's hard to tell, but it was a great round, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely a really fast-paced play there from Danglers. Definitely what we expected to see, and they were able to take the north and really run with it there for a good long time, but unfortunately no cap for them. We'll see what happens with a different objective, as Danglers now looking to defend this East HQ objective, and Animal House getting the north spawn, northwest spawn here. Bit of discussion there about a bit of discussion there about who's gonna make it, where Ryboman's gonna find Will-O-The-Wisp early on in that Coach Alley. It's a very nice little shot. I know exactly how he did it.
Yeah, we crossed it.
Yeah, you do. But a headshot too. That's impressive. Nice shot there from Ryboman.
It's a very nice shot. So we'll see here. Who is that guarding? The Stumpy is keeping an eye on this gas station. We'll see how many he's able to spot and call out on these crosses as Steven and Silent push up the gas station side.
He's gonna just keep looking away at the wrong moment. Oh, no, he might see that one. Nope, or not. I don't think he's got the right angle that you think he's got.
I think he can see it through the red car. I thought that was his idea there, because you can see through the windows of that red car, but maybe he's paying attention to a different cross.
They will have to cross the street though, and he does have eyes on that, so you either have to cross the street or come through him.
That's interesting. Danglers have 2 up in the motel window. That's an interesting choice, although a pretty good one. If you can always keep eyes on north and south without having to split a defender's time, Stumping Up finds Green Theft on that long rotation.
Yeah, but that rotation that he pulled to the backside of the plane engine could be deadly, as F. Lipinski is up on the rooftop, but no, it won't matter. Steven's actually going to find him on a prone shot from near the ambulance.
Lipinski's taking shots down to East HQ there, trying to keep
two-story middle below objective.
Trying to keep those defenders low. Could give his offense a good chance to push up on that south side, but now there's just 3 of them remaining. That's an interesting choice to toss smokes here, and I kind of want to talk about this. Like when you're out this early, Expediter finding Silent Knight there when I decide to start explaining something, all the action happening on the south side.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
Immediately. The interesting thing about using a smoke like this at this range, what possible benefit could those smokes have for your team? I mean, you're not blocking your rotation down, so you can clearly see him come down from East HQ here, and actually, I zoom in on that perfectly as Ryboman finds F. Lipinski. Those smokes did nothing for him, and it's an interesting choice to toss them out because, well, now everybody knows where you are, and you don't have anything to cover yourself with. It just seems like a silly decision, but Steven's smokes there actually did kind of work out, as now all of the check nades are coming out towards the smoke rather than Steven's actual approach here, but he's going to have a tough time as...
Yeah, he's got 4 members of Danglers just in and around this position. If he were to get this, or to even get a cap or even a 1v4 this, it's just an impressive play, but we'll see when it happens. He's got 3 minutes and probably only about 30 or 40 meters left to go here.
Yeah, Plenus is definitely going to be keeping his eyes trained.
Are you psychic tonight?
Yeah.
Did those beers you drink, were they psychic beers? Were they special? Did you buy them from some special witch, side alley market there?
Well, I mean, the beauty about me casting Sleepy is that I still play, so I have a good idea of who's going to be shooting who. But I also don't like that you're saying, those beers I drank as if that was in the past tense, and that I'm not still drinking beers. It's a very,
Touché, sir.
very
Touché.
silly decision by you to assume my beer drinking choices. But yes, I do get that call out proper. Plenus does find the kill on Steven, and Danglers grab their second win here in 3 rounds. Series already shaping up to be so good. So good. I told you when you signed up for this cast.
I'm not complaining, Noman. I have not once complained.
Don't even think about not having fun in this cast.
I wouldn't dare.
Yeah. Don't you dare come into my cast.
Which almost didn't happen because your computer decided to be.
Oh, dude. It's too
Poopy
soon.
face.
Too soon. Too soon. I can't handle the realness of your statement. All right, but I can handle this 4th round of map 1 as Danglers look to put together their offense against Animal House here. So far, we've been trading back and forth defensive wins. We'll see. Little Plenus dance there for the folks.
Animal House just tossing a bunch of terrible smokes.
There's the entirety of the Danglers offense is down this road.
Jesus. But they find 2.
Get in there quick.
Some shots now being returned from Motel, and I mean these call-outs have to be coming out.
Oh my gosh.
From Willow, who's coming across as well. 3 down. The Danglers just marching. This is some Civil War era firing line. Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes stuff we're seeing here, folks.
Private Ribo Man, but this nade is going to be dirty. It's going to find. Oh, it does not manage to find
anybody.
Stumpy.
Executioner finds Steven up in the motel, and now
Look
it's all
at this.
just Lipinski there. There's no
It's a
cover.
5-man
There's no
assault
strategy.
on
They're running
Lipinski.
across, and the shots come out onto Lipinski. Danglers take that quarantine round in 52 seconds.
They're all going.
God damn it, I promised we weren't going to laugh this whole cast. But
that was legitimately funny. Earlier today when it happened to me, I was laughing at a completely inappropriate situation. Like, it was completely wrong of me to be just busting out laughing like that. So this one at least I have reason. But
oh
man,
my God.
It was just.
What the heck did I just watch? Oh my God. What a life.
All right.
What
I'm
a
gonna
life.
need someone to clip that and then add like an old Civil War style drum and fife song behind it. Like
that was insanity,
marching.
folks. Danglers just opting for the don't stop moving, don't use cover. They'll never expect us to march right down the street strategy to get themselves the round win and go up 3-1 here on Quarantine. But now we're jumping into round 5 very quickly. Both teams readying up very speedy after that round. Animal House has to be scratching their heads. This is...
I mean, we're scratching our heads. God knows what they're going through. They're like, where? What? Huh?
We're going to be seeing some action real quick here in the north.
Look how aggressive their defense is.
Stumpy and
Goodness.
Max finds 2. Steven and Green. Expediter cleans up Willow, and now it's just Lipinski and Silent.
Oh my
And
God!
now it's
Expediter
just
finds
Silent.
another. And now it's just Silent. And in
And-
28 seconds, the 7th round is over. 6th round is over. Danglers take the map 4-1. And man, such aggressive defense. The aggression really paying off against Animal House right now, Noman.
I don't have words to say. I'm pseudo-professional caster, and I don't know what to say about what just happened. Yeah, Danglers.
The reason why, Noman, is because you're a caster who still plays, and so you know what's about to. And that's slight to you for.
I just genuinely don't. I mean, okay, I should say it's not the first time I've seen, rounds go like that. Yeah, exactly. It's not the first time I've seen any team do that. We played a game against Space Force where we had like a 20-second quarantine round with some great nades and stuff. I mean, I've seen this stuff happen, but it's just like when you're casting it, how do you explain to the viewers at home, like, well, they just kind of ran at them, and the other team just kind of didn't kill them, so they won real fast. You know what I mean? Like, what was the strategy there from Danglers? It was really just, let's not defend the objective. Let's just go hunting for Animal House players, right? Like that.
No, I think the strategy was simply aggressive offense or aggressive defense. I mean, the Danglers knew the spawns, and they were sending guys up to control the north no matter what. It just happened to be a north spawn, and they just cleaned house from there very quickly. I mean,
sorry, I have to interrupt you real quick because the round is starting. I did show Bazaar was the second map. We didn't announce the second map. This is going great, everybody. It's going great. But we are now into round 1 of map 2, Danglers versus Animal House. I'm glad that Danglers and Animal House are both in sync with the way the casters feel about this particular day.
Remember last time you died right here? I saw one go into these courtyards, red room, too.
Sorry, I'm purposely quiet. I'm listening to Cleanus recount a story.
Yeah, I was too, actually. I love listening to these guys when they're taking off out of spawn. Both of these teams actually pretty entertaining to listen to at spawn.
Yeah, definitely.
Stumping up though, he's gonna be right here. He's gonna find Steven soon. Steven gonna run out. No, Plenus gonna find him. Ooh, and then a trade between Green Theft Auto and Plenus as well. Will-O-The-Wisp gonna take some shots out. He'll find Riboman. No trade on this one. It's now down to just 3 defenders, but it's only down to 2 Danglers. We'll have to see what happens. We got 5 minutes still left on the clock. A lot of time here for the remaining 2 Danglers to do some work.
Let's head up to the north first here as Mex pushes up on the north wall, tosses a smoke out. Neither smoke really going to be doing much of anything for him. They are actually quite impressive in their ineffectiveness. Will-O-The-Wisp is going to find the shots on Mex, and now it's just 1 remaining member of Danglers. Expediter in the east, making his rotation into this east courtyard.
I actually seem to remember a situation very similar to this in Blaze versus... Is it Blaze versus Danglers? Expediter almost clutched Kiat.
It's possible. Who knows? Anything can happen in a Blaze Danglers match, I'll tell you that for free.
Expediter definitely going to hear those call-outs coming in from the member of Animal House to his left because the label stopped working on me. Lipinski, that's who it is. Expediter's in a tough spot. He could totally pop out here and rush in to take Lipinski. But if he does, he's so exposed to Silent Knight, who just has to pop up and look to the left. Lipinski's going to find Expediter in Animal House. Take the first round, and things are looking up for them on map 2.
Animal House coming out strong on this Bazaar. Those early picks really working in their favor.
It was Trade City up in the first few, though. I mean, Stumpy was taken out by Steven, but then it was Trade, and then a trade, or no, I'm sorry. It was a kill, then a refrag, then a trade, then another trade, and then it started with the straight kills again.
Definitely a very good series between these two so far. I mean, the scoreline there at the end of quarantine was a little bit silly, kind of like the plays from Danglers, but I don't know. I think they just caught Animal House off guard. There was so much slowness from Animal House and some of their approaches. I think the Danglers maybe just got a little bit frustrated with how long the rounds were taking. They're definitely one of those teams that enjoys their fast-paced play and don't like hanging out in these lobbies for 2.5 hours playing long games. I think that's the reason we saw some of those crazy rounds at the end there. But this time it kind of bit them. They weren't quite prepared for the positioning of Animal House on that defense, but we'll see what they can do on a defensive plan of their own, if they're going to stay tucked in on objective, or if they're going to go out and hunt. Shot coming out. I think almost answer my question entirely.
I'm like, do you really need to ask this question, Noman? And in regards to, you know, how ineffective that quick aggression hurt them last time. I mean, that's the thing with the heavy aggression like the Danglers and Blaze and some other teams like to play is it either goes right really fast or it goes wrong really fast. And that's where it went that time, was wrong really fast.
Either way, though, it gets decided quick, and we're going to see if Linus can catch out Will-O-the-Wisp here as he rotates through these buildings. Willow might be able to spot him out if he finds just the right angle. It doesn't look like he's got that angle right now. Now, and he is going to continue his rotation up to the north. Silent's going to find Stumpy on that west side of the bazaar. Dangler now down to 4. Willow has made it all the way up into the north here. Past Plenus. I don't think Plenus will be looking back this way, but it'll definitely be a mistake because nobody was watching that north approach, and now Willow's going to get all the way behind.
Yeah, the backside's pretty much wide open. He gets past Plenus. There's a very good chance he could sneak right by Riboman, and Riboman has been capped on this objective before, so I'm not going to put it by Willow to be able to get that kill. Plenus going to find Silent Knight in the west alleys. Will-O-the-Wisp looking for Plenus in the cross at the alley or even pushing out, but he's not going to find it. Plenus already rotating away.
Yeah, that shoot move mentality is very important here, but they're going to have to be careful. If they let Willow get in here, I mean, really, it's just Ribo. There's no one else in here.
Yeah, I think it's getting ready to happen, and Dangler's getting ready to be capped on. Will-O-the-Wisp, he's got the smoke cover sound. He can honestly just waltz right up in there. I don't think Ribo would even see it. Ribo is checking his tablet. Oh, no, I see. Ribo has directed his attention directly on top of the objective, but the problem is he cannot see the other side of that wall. And look, Will-O-the-Wisp has gone upstairs. He's going for the cap from the top floor.
So dangerous. This is so dangerous, but this could be the one. No, he puts his tablet away. He's not going to try the cap.
No, and he's going to take the shots, which means Ribo's going to hear him. He doesn't hit the shots. Now it's 3v. Now it's a 4v2. Animal House not looking good at shape here. Danglers looking to pick up their first round win.
Oh, they gave that one away. Green Theft finds a nice shot onto Plenus. Ribo with a quick refrag. Steven does find Mex in the northeast courtyard. Now it's just him versus 2 members of Danglers to salvage this round. Oh, it's so disappointing to not see that cap. He had, obviously with caster vision, we know where the positions of the enemies are and the players do not, but oh boy, he was up there. I don't see the need to pull out your gun and take shots. You know, you're up there. You're inside the defense.
Yeah.
That's the time to get that cap in. And maybe he didn't know he could do it from up there, but
No, I think he did. The thing is, I believe you do have to be laying down.
no, that is
No,
incorrect. Actually crouching. You just have to crouch.
Okay, but yeah, I know it can be done up there, and I mean, anyone who watched the cast that I did not long ago, where Expediter was in the same situation, and he could have gone upstairs but didn't. He should have tried to cap from there. I said that would have been a good place to do it from because they would have been looking for downstairs and not up. And yeah, I mean, pulling his gun wasn't necessarily the bad choice because that was just safe in case they spotted him. But going for the kill when you didn't absolutely have it or know where the rest of the defenders are was definitely dangerous.
I mean, Steven could still have this, right? Let's follow the path here. I mean, it's going to take some time for some action to happen. So he gets on a north wall. He rotates through here. He stays low enough. He doesn't have to peek this angle. Expediter's not going to be able to spot him until right here. And then once he's past this window, if he can get past it, he has the equipment utilization possibility, which I don't know if he does. He really just has to get in through the back, and then it's a mad scramble for either kills or cap. I mean, it's still possible. He just has to find Expediter or get past him. Again, Expediter's not only watching the north side. There's still an opportunity here for Animal House to bring this offensive round back, and Steven is one of those players that absolutely can do it.
Yes, he is, but he is burning a lot of time He was left as the last man up, starting at like what was that? About 3.5 minutes, and he's already almost down to 1 minute remaining. He is moving slowly, of course, to try and mask his sound, so that he's not giving that away to the enemy and letting them know where he's coming from. However, he could be burning precious time that he's going to need once he gets on top of the objective.
See here, we'll build the tension up for the viewers at home. 55 seconds left. Is Steven going to be aware of Expediter's position?
Also, did you leave an overlay up
Oh,
in one of the rounds prior, or even now?
I could have. I'm really pretty good about it, but
Okay.
definitely not right now.
Anyways, Expediter will find Steven, and that'll close out this round. Danglers will find their round win on defense, and we'll keep going back and forth here.
Yeah, and a great series so far. Animal House definitely looking a little bit more composed on Bazaar than they were on Quarantine. They look a little bit more scattered. This offense looked very good. I mean, honestly, they got into all the right spots. They just missed their shots or didn't see the defenders in time. It was all mostly timing issues that round. But Danglers definitely no slouch on Bazaar. This is pretty much one of their top maps, if not the top map for them, and it is their pick. Kind of one of the reasons I was sort of surprised that they banned Downfall versus Bazaar. And I think they're definitely going to have some trouble here as we look to start this third round off with the East Hotel objective. This is one of the more capable objectives, and I think we're going to be seeing some real hot action from Danglers very quickly. This is not a slow played objective by them, if memory serves.
Oh, this is about to get interesting. It's the fast spawn on the East objective.
How we like it. Fast spawn. Stumpy does have the shield.
And his normal taser, because he does not rock a pistol with the shield. Instead, he likes to do a one-shot weapon instead.
Pushing through shots coming out on the north side.
Yeah, he's trying to get those guys that are using the north for a less obstructed route.
Well, now rotating. Cletus does find him. M249 is going to work out for him. Stumpy and Cletus making a lot of silly noises as they push in on this objective. Silent getting picked up by Cletus there as he just tears through them with the M249. 3 members of Animal House down already. 4 members of Danglers on the OBJ, but shots ringing out from Lipinski. He's going to find Cletus.
Here comes Green Theft Auto. It's the last man on. Will they go for the cap? Still nope. Rivalman's going to go ahead and take the kill, and Danglers will go ahead and take a Marsoc round in just 47 seconds. They wipe out the entire Animal House squad, and they were definitely getting ready for that cap. That is 100% for certain.
And then they blow themselves up with C4.
Well, they are the Danglers. So.
The Danglers. You're not wrong about that, my good friend. They're definitely the Danglers. And that is exactly what we're talking about. It's that aggression, that quick play, and it really does catch team. I mean, we're sort of joking about it like it's this sort of standard thing, but if I take my casting seriously for just a moment, it is I mean, it's a valid play style. A lot of teams will expect you to take your time to get set up on the objective and to make a play. And a lot of times teams just are not ready for, you know, a group of 3 or 4 players running straight at the objective. They just need the one pick, and then your defense that's spread out and looking for all these different flanks and rotations gets punished. And I think that's what's happening here.
Danglers had a reset. Not really sure what's going on, but we'll be seeing another round start here momentarily. But I mean, I'm still just cracking up about Plenus just pinging a smoke off the floor, going bing bong.
Definitely an interesting choice there by all of them. Bing bong back and forth. Very silly game here today. While we're waiting for the teams to launch up, I do want to thank everybody in the chat for coming to hang out with us. I did see some biddies drop. Thank you for those. We do appreciate them. And we're just so happy to have you here. We're at the end of the season. We're having some fun with our final week casts.
Final round.
I mean, this is it. This is the good stuff, and I'm glad we were able to bring this matchup to you despite some of the technical issues and delays we've already had. It's been a fun one nonetheless, and I'm glad you guys are here to share it with us. And now we're jumping into round 4 as all teams are ready. No resets have come out. We'll see if Animal House is able to put together an offense
I'm gonna get some coffee for Stumpy for that
that
donut
might
he
be
has.
able to actually get them a cap.
Steven said he was gonna get some coffee for Stumpy for something.
I don't think
Is
you
it
heard
because
that.
Stumpy sounds like
Exactly right. So it was something about curbing his aggression. Clean's taking some shots out onto Steven. They're not gonna land. Rybo's gonna find Green Theft as he comes up through the bazaar, and now Animal House down to 4. Steven gonna find Rybo though on that north side. Even things up 4v4.
It was a bit of a flub, though. That's not going to do any good, and that'll be wasted utility. Lipinski going to flub a smoke in the north. Luckily, you can relocate that. But, yeah, you know what? Forget it. Just leave it there in that flubbed position. It's not worth using, right?
I think we've had some discussion about interesting smoke placement already today. Mexican does find Lipinski there on that north side. Plinus finds Steven upstairs, and quickly Animal House's offense is falling apart here. As Will-O-the-Wisp and Silent Knight, the only 2 remaining members looking to make their approach on the objective.
Bing bang.
I know I'm not really supposed to interact with the players or comment on, you know, anything that they do,
I killed one.
but
He got what he deserved there.
I'm glad that Plinus died there. Like, could I just say
So is Stumpy. He's cracking up.
Silent Knight was downed by that grenade. However, it did work out, unfortunately, in his favor. See Will-O-the-Wisp looking to make a long rotation to get this res off. You know, it's always interesting to see this. Like, Danglers taking it so light, and, you know, so they're having fun with it. But really, when it comes to the chips are down, they're still defending the cap. They still don't want this cap to, you know what I mean? They're still players. They still want to win. So I guess it is kind of nice if your team can sort of be that last resort backup, and you can fool around with one of your other teammates for a little bit.
Executioner's watching for the respawn as soon as he sees the player. Oh, he saw the player pop up. He had to.
Okay, once at the brown, that crate.
The Wisp gonna lose his head here. No, Executioner checks equipment. Is gonna lose his head instead as Will-O-the-Wisp picks that up. Evens things up to a 2v2.
Here comes a grenade from Stumpy. Oh, it cooked just a little too long, but it had a good arch. It was gonna land right at the feet of Silent Knight or Will-O-the-Wisp there, but not anymore. Now Willow gonna bank 2 grenades off the door frame, and they will not really help him much. Stumpy Nub gonna be on the rotation. I think Will-O-the-Wisp sees it. Yes, he does. He's gonna grab Stumpy. Ooh, but Expediter gonna save the cap there. It's a 1v1. Silent Knight is in the corner. Is he gonna go for the cap from here? Expediter not really in a good position here with Silent Knight in the position that he is in. Oh, this is going to be a cap here.
Got the tab out. He's peeking the corner. Expediter may not be able to see him. It's just a little bit too low.
This is a cap. Animal House are going to get the cap here. Yes, there it goes. Expediter does get capped on. And Silent Knight is very happy about being able to turn that one around for his team. That one I'm just going to chalk up to, you know, he did have the angle, and that angle helped him stop the other defender from capping, but it's too risky. I would have rotated forward. You know, always take the chance of being killed over getting capped on. And
it's you know, it's like I tell my team, it's the ABCs. Always be rotating. That's the... What? Is there something wrong with my statement, Sleepy?
Nope. Not at all. I was thinking always be capping, but always be rotating. That is an interesting
That's for a
choice.
specific person, but yeah. ABC stands for always be rotating. Just so everybody on stream can know. But I mean, what a good series though. Animal House able to come back from that. It was at some point it was a 1v3 with a res available.
Yeah.
They made it a 2v3. A quick pickup of Mechs in the North made it 2v2, and then it was trade for trade until that cap. And Animal House coming back here, coming alive in this second map. If they can take Bazaar away from Danglers here on this defensive round, this is shaping up to be a real exciting series because we'll have to go to a third map for the decider. And I honestly don't know what that third map would be.
I don't either. I can only imagine. It's going to be Animal House's choice as well. So do whatever they feel is necessary to beat Danglers to get that precious MMR. They are putting up a great fight. That cat, truly amazing. But this isn't over yet. Animal House, all they have to do is defend here. But Danglers have capped on this objective quite a few times before, and they do so kind of rapidly even. As we can see, they're already pushing hard and fast. Rivalman and Stumpy Nub leading the spear as they push up hard towards the western alleys.
Stumpy's already across here. He's at the kill room. He might have a line on Steven or Willow, but neither of them are going to choose to peek. Animal House playing a relatively tight defense, but really north-centric. They're not focused on this outside very much at all. Steven did hear the footsteps from Rybo, and shots are going to come out. Both members going to be down, but not out. Rybo going to get that quick revive from Stumpy out. Now the smokes are already coming out. Willow needs to get this revive quick. The shots are going to ring out onto Steven as he comes out that doorway. Luckily, they do not land, and it's still a 5v5. And another trade comes out. This time it's final. Rybo and Will-O-The-Wisp going to trade their lives entirely in this northeast. Smoke still coming out all over the place. Two members of Danglers have now approached from the southwest side, and shots are ringing out all over the place. Looking for this defender in the laundromat. Stumpy and Steven going to trade on that northeast courtyard side. Executioner now rotating quick to try to get this res off. He can get him up.
There's only
this
two members
really
of Animal
dangerous.
House left. Yeah, this is not good. Going to be good for Animal House. They have too many players and probably still quite a few smokes available to them to attack this objective. But my guess is they're going to probably send so many people at it. It's going to be hard to stop. Eflipinski does grab Executioner on the objective. Cleanus sees it. He's going to fire the window. He's going to pick him up. Green Theft going to pick up Stumpy Nub, but Cleanus will get Green Theft in the end, and Danglers take their much-needed Marsoc round to stay alive, and now they go on to defense. All they have to do now is defend the objective to take map 2 and claim the series for themselves.
This is the deciding factor. Can Animal House put together an offense to stump the Danglers defense and take this into a series deciding third map, or are Danglers going to close the door to this house and keep their top spot in the worldwide standings? Or, well, not top spot. Apologies, beginners and Globocab. Near top spot in the world standings. Remain at fourth, potentially take third away from, I want to say, Lemon Squad? I'm not looking at my... Okay, good. I'm not looking at my standings, but a pretty solid guess there on my part. We'll see if Danglers really get the series here, and I'm interested to see what will happen on the third map regardless, because I mean we are still playing for MMR. Animal House looking to soften the blow a little bit from the loss if they do end up taking one. So we'll see what they end up doing here as we jump into this final round. Round 7, map 2. Focus on the defense here. Here it is. I had my round counter wrong last time. I forgot to account for the cap, but we are in round 7, or technically 6, but we'll call it 7 for the sake of excitement.
I go in blue. You go in blue. Yeah, because I got to cover the mini market.
A discussion there from the Danglers on how to run this defense, and we'll see if that discussion pays off as the offense approaches 2 in the north, 3 in the south. See if Green and Steven here can deal with Stumpy early. Green Theft rush in this courtyard. Stumpy be ready for him. Oh, he's definitely hearing these footsteps. Green's not going to be ready for this. He's definitely not spotting Stumpy, but Stumpy hasn't quite seen him yet.
I don't know. Has he not spotted him, or has he just not? Well, yeah.
No, I don't think
maybe
he spotted him because he would
I
have
thought he
taken
had,
those
'cause he was
shots
kinda
for
green
sure.
light, but- Well, that's double pin, or even quad pin. Would you risk that if they don't know you're there yet?
Oh, and Stumpy does get picked up by Green Theft, and now this is looking good for the Animal House offense. It's 5v3. I didn't actually see a pick come out. Expediter does find Will-O-the-Wisp there in the south, but he is still revivable, so callouts will be coming out from that position.
And yes, earlier on, F. Lipinski picked Plinus early in the round.
Oh, he did find him in that
focused on
blue room.
Stumpy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was keeping all of my attention there. Apologies for missing that action, and now smoke's coming out, but Executioner is going to find Steven on the north side. It is still just a down. There it is. He's got the confirm now. Green Theft aware of Mex's position. Hopefully the callouts came out. He should be seeing him. He misses the shots. Mex now aware of Green Theft's position. Green rotating into this courtyard. This is what he needs to do. No, he stays outside. Oh, this is so dangerous, but Mex throws a grenade way too high.
Yeah, way too high, a little way too hard as well. Will-O-the-Wisp still down in the west. He's not been picked up yet by his team. Pinsky waiting for a defender to peek that southern route. He does take some shots towards Expediter, but Expediter able to pull away. Expediter going to try and lob a grenade out there, but he wasn't going to get it as far as Lipinski was anyways. Silent Knight now pushed up into the kill room just south of Riboman. He's going to try and do something here, I'm sure of it. He's probably just trying to look for a peek through those pallet windows. It's a pretty limited angle, though, and no Danglers are sitting right on top like that. F. Lipinski does find Will-O-the-Wisp for the revive, and Animal House take the man advantage back at 4-3 over Danglers.
I think I hear one over by me in brown room.
Very dangerous situation here for the Danglers. They are pretty spread out. Executioner in the north, not going to be providing really any useful coverage. Just watching that north side. Green Theft now taking shots out towards Expediter. Does not find him. If Rival makes the wrong rotation here, he's going to get caught out by Expediter. Does find Green Theft, and now it's 3v3 again. Rival in a lot of danger, but Executioner finds Silent Knight on that south side, and just like that, Danglers have turned this back around into 3v2. Animal House falling apart again here. I mean, they were so advantageous for so long there, and
Well,
hard.
I can say one thing. I have been hearing a lot of great communication out of Danglers tonight as my camera's been, close by to them. And I can tell you, when they communicate well, they play well, and we're seeing that here. A lot of communications coming out from them when they're picking up their kills, where the shots are coming from, who they're killing. So their kill counts are usually pretty spot on, and you can see, even with this kind of spread out defense, that they're making it work. They've cast a wide net, but they're catching all the fish.
Absolutely. Willow already Executioner already making the call outs for Willow's position. He is not likely to be making it out of this alive.
Yeah, 2 minutes on the clock. Still plenty of time for where he is in relation to the objective, but not really good enough. He's going to have a lot of time that he's going to need to use. Oh, he could get the pick here, and he's going to take the easy kill through the wall clipping. To get Expediter. Executioner will see him. They're going to chase him down. Riboman's probably looking for it too. This could get risky for them. Oh, they're going to bait him out with Mex's radio call, and Ribo will take the shots for the kill. Danglers will take round map number 2, and well, the series is over, but it's all in it for the points now.
Yeah, now it is up to Animal House to soften the blow of the loss a little bit by trying to take this third map away from Danglers, if at all possible. But a great series between the two teams there. Animal House with a very nice little comeback cap in the middle to really put the pressure on Danglers, and we definitely saw them, serious up a little bit. I think they were having a lot of fun there for a good amount of time, and then that cap came out, and they said, you know what, let's get that win real quick so we don't have to worry about it so much. And they do get it, and the third map is coming out, and I don't think it's going to be that surprising, although not something we often see these days. Tanker is going to be the third map that the teams are picking
Animal House that's picking it. That's what's surprising me.
Well, I mean, at this point, they've already done some interesting choices with bans. I think that picking Tanker would be the least surprising of of the things. And if I remember correctly, Animal House is definitely strong on Tinker. It's not a map that they're not familiar with.
All right. It's just, you know, typically this is a map that's banned 90% of the time against Danglers. So you wouldn't think that a team would elect to play it willingly. I would assume that they would have gone for a map that they're more sure that they can get a win on, especially with the fact that Danglers will start on defense. So if Danglers can hold out on defensive rounds and not allow any caps, I mean, they can just walk away with it that way. Just to me, it doesn't seem like the smartest pick for Animal House, in my opinion.
It's entirely possible. I mean, Bazaar is another one that I think is a strong ban against Danglers at times, but clearly Animal House was feeling pretty good about their chances there, and they showed exactly why the series went to 3-4, and they played very strong. So I won't hold it against them to pick again. You know what I mean? I also think that picking the strongest map against somebody is kind of a power play. You know what I mean? Like you're sort of saying like, I think I could take you on this. I don't think you have what it takes to beat what we have. Definitely a little bit of psychology in there when it comes to making map choices like this. But at the end of the day, maybe they just like Tanker. It's a small map. It's a fast map. They can get a lot of things done on it very quickly, and we'll see exactly.
Maybe they want to get it over with quickly.
See exactly what happens here as Animal House look to put together their first round offense on this third map, Tanker versus Danglers. Series already going to Danglers with a 4-1 and 4-3 score on Quarantine and Bazaar, respectively. A play there by Lipinski to put the flashlight and blind the Danglers' defense. Not sure why the Danglers would ever be looking that far into the spawn, but Rybo is going to find Will-O-the-Wisp, and now Cleanus is here, yeah, rotating now to try to find Green, but Stumpy's going to beat him to it.
Stumpy couldn't sound any more bored. He's like, -1. Jesus, Stumpy.
They're definitely feeling pretty good after the win. You can sort of relax a little bit. I totally understand the going through the motions of the third map, you know, when you're at the end of the season and you're, you know, I think we're all kind of feeling that burnout of just pushing that postseason push. And for Danglers to be able to take the spot and lock it down, not have to worry about it with that 2-map win, now they can sort of be laid back about the whole situation. Silent Knight looking to peek this corner. It's gonna find his way around it. Cleanus making a ton of noise downstairs. Stumpy definitely aware of Silent's position. He's gonna rotate. Is Silent gonna hear him? No, he's not. Stumpy's gonna find that kill. And now it's just 2 remaining as Steven looking to find Stumpy. Saw his teammate go down. And there he is. He does find Stumpy on the upstairs. And Steven now gonna have to find a way down into this basement objective. It's not gonna be easy, I'll tell you that. They have got a long way to go here, and the rotations from the Danglers are not making it simple on them as their positions keep changing.
Cleanus is like a damn mobile sentry right now. He's like the guy you have to like time out when you're playing those secret spy games and you have to sneak through, right? He's the mobile patrol that you've got to time and slip between.
Yeah,
and now they're all doing it. Expeditors mobile, Riboman's mobile, Executioner's mobile. All of them are just mobile. They're unpredictable. You cannot tell where they're going to be. You just know that they're going to be downstairs at this point.
Yeah, Lipinski holding on to the upstairs approach still as Steven makes his flank happen here, and he's going to take his sweet time as he comes down on his belly. We'll come back to his approach here since there's no action likely to be happening for quite some time. We'll see how Lipinski makes his approach to this objective here. from this position here. Now Plenus watching this stairwell for literally a millisecond and then rotating out.
Literally a millisecond.
And now he's begging for the offense to come downstairs. Callouts coming out from Danglers. Not exactly correct.
No, not this time.
They're not coming from everywhere.
But to be fair, F. Lipinski's bouncing around like a freaking ping pong ball upstairs, throwing smokes and grenades down random stairwells. Yeah, he's confusing the heck out of him, and I do think Steven's going to be able to kind of sneak in here. But he's only going to get so far before either someone sees him or he's going to have to fire on someone.
Smoke. I don't know that I would have thrown that smoke.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I would have tried to sneak my way in as best I can, only engaged if I had to, and try and just get in and get the cap on him, because it's kind of your only option at this point. Your first shot's going to give you away, and then you got 4 crashing on you.
You know what? I'm going to request that both teams be banned for all these rotations. It is impossible to get a GD camera angle in this game.
Yeah, no, don't try and fly through any of the porthole windows.
There we go. Lipinski finds Plenus. Executioner cleans up Lipinski. Steven downs Ribo on the objective. Expediter cleans up Steven, and Danglers take their first defensive round here on map 3.
I feel like that is one of the longest rounds of Tanker I've ever seen. Maybe not, but it just felt that long to me because that last push kind of took a while to set up, which, don't get me wrong, is not a problem because realistically that setup would have worked. But I agree with you when you said that throwing that smoke on Steven's part was a bit foolish. I would have tried to go in slow and it maybe tried to take a one-shot kill onto Expediter or something.
I mean, it seemed like a silly choice because he ended up coming through that doorway anyway. You know what I mean? Like, if he wanted to throw that smoke and distract and then rotate and come down another hallway, sure, go nuts. But it just doesn't make any sense to throw a smoke, wait 30 seconds to make sure there's defenders looking at you, and then run through the doorway. But he was able to find 1 pick, so it wasn't entirely unsuccessful, just seemed like an interesting choice. Of course, you know, caster disclaimer, we do see the battlefield for what it is. From a high view, it's easy to be able to criticize a player's decision, but definitely an interesting choice there. I think even if you were in game, you would be pretty aware that giving away your position like that could be dangerous. But we'll see what happens here as Danglers try to put together their offensive round here on map 3 on Tanker. Plenus running that shield action here. We'll follow him down into the bottom left tunnels. Doesn't make it all the way through.
Danglers, or Animal House, sorry, did not want to use the tunnels very much at all in their approach. Danglers, on the other hand, they are completely opposite. Expediter going to find Green Theft, but that's after Silent Knight finds one, and then Silent Knight going to find Expediter. That's a quick turnaround, and Animal House already got the man advantage here. Drag coming out with a Stumpy Nub, but he's not going to find anyone.
Now their rotation is going to be pinching Silent Knight here. He's not going to be expecting this. He's coming up on the backside. Stumpy Nub going to clean him up when he turns around to try to get that kill. And now there are 3 inside. Stumpy taking some shots. Stumpy's got Pat out. Will-O-Wisp finds 2. Plenus finds Willow. Lipinski looking for that knife. Does find it. And Animal House going to find themselves a defensive round.
And that is a case where going fast goes wrong. Real fast.
I mean, they were on it. They had pads out, but I think they just were not ready for other defenders to come in. There was no contingency plan. It was kill the ones we see and then cap. And they did not quite wait that one out. Yes, you're right. A little bit of aggression did not work out for them there. Now Animal House tying up this 3rd map and looking to stay on the ball as they look to take this 3rd map away from Ding. As much as
no, but seriously, they did do a great job in shutting that down. And I mean, that knife kill that Plenus has, I know right now that Buxton's probably going to throw that one in next week's V-Respawn show. just to torment Plenus, and then of course the team is just gonna post it non-stop just to torment Plenus because he got knifed for that last kill. I mean, that's pretty rough.
That is quite embarrassing. I know if I were Plenus, I would probably never play the game again.
Yeah.
But we would all be too lucky to not have Plenus in Onward. I'm kidding. I love all the things. I'm kidding. I love Animal House. I love the Danglers. Just having some fun here. Animal House looking to put together an offense. Maybe try to take a point here against Danglers. That is not a defensive win, but Ribo Man gonna make that a very tough call to make because he's gonna find Silent Knight. Silent Knight gonna find Plenus though with, I think, an early grenade.
Stumpy Nub's out long. He's going to find Green Theft Auto on the backside. Now he's going to find Steven. No, Steven finds Stumpy, and Willow going to find Riboman. This could be a cap here on the objective. Willow's out on it. No, Plenus, after some shots fired from Willow, he's going to come around and find him. Now it's a 2v2. It's just Steven and F. Lipinski versus Executioner, or I'm sorry, Expediter and Plenus. And Animal House, I think they're going to be completely wiped of all utility because that was probably 7 or 8 smokes right there at the start.
It definitely was. There was an early explosion. Even does find Plenus on the objective.
Well, Plenus, to be fair, is over-rotating at this point. He's just crazy exposing himself, so an easy pickup there for Steven, but a good pickup nonetheless. Now if Lipinski and Steven are going to be able to pinch note Expediter here, and it's not going to be good for him.
No, definitely not. But Steven
that'll be good
find
for him,
himself that team kill. Expediter now knows Steven's position as well. Doesn't have to deal with the second teammate. He's going to rush out aggressively, but Animal House is going to win that trade. And team kill is going to come out, but it's not going to affect that round win. I'm curious if anyone is going to call that early nade explosion. However, there is a rule in the VRML, if you are not aware, that there are no grenade explosions before 15 seconds into the round.
Suburbia.
No, Tanker is one of the maps. It is Cargo, Tanker, and Suburbia, all three. You cannot throw grenades and have them explode before 5:45 on the clock. It was within maybe 2 or 3 seconds. I mean, it was about 3 seconds if memory serves. I'm sure somebody...
Well, no, I'm saying we'll see what the chat says here in a few minutes once they finally catch up. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like either of the teams are going to call it, though it does appear that that early nade did come out from Animal House, correct?
It did. It did, in fact. Okay. Silent Knight, I believe, threw it. I don't know if he threw it or if he... Was he one of the aggressive rushers? Because he may have had it in hand and dropped it early, but even still, it felt like it was cooked.
Again, we'll have to just see. If it was an early nade, I'm pretty confident the people that are in the chat will clip it.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would have thrown it. I don't think.
No, I don't either.
On purpose. I think he may have just dropped it as part of a kill. That's what happened. But so much action here happening so quick. Mex finds Green. Lipinski finds Plenus. Steven cleaning up as well, and now Lipinski on the aggressive push into the spawn is gonna find Ribo. Willow does get the revive on Silent Knight from early, and now Danglers are down to just 2 members that are here hunting for Lipinski. Is gonna find him on the backside. Danglers evening things up a little bit. Expediter finding Lipinski, and Executioner filing Silent Knight there, but Willow gonna clean up Mex, and now it's just Expediter left. 1v2 again.
There's going to be a nade onto the objective.
Way too high. I don't think that's going to find anybody.
Airburst almost was enough. Expediter will find Will-O-the-Wisp on the rotation. And Steven finds Expediter again.
And there it is. Animal House get themselves another win on defense and take this anchor score to 3-1. Looking to take this away from the Danglers. And I mean, this is one of those things that we were just talking about. They picked into it, but they had to have picked into it feeling confident about their chances on the map. And seeing that here in spades.
Titty sprinkles.
Okay. As long as you did that for money, I'm okay with it. I'll allow it this time.
In case that wasn't clear, titty sprinkles.
Wow. You heard it here, folks. You heard it from Sleepy's foul mouth here today. But we do appreciate those biddies. Thank you for dropping them funds into our Twitch chat as Sleepy and I look to wrap up this season with some fun casting for you folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed it so far. Animal House looking to close out this series on round 5 with a map win here against Danglers, despite the fact that Danglers are already taking the series for themselves. Let's see what the approach is here. We've got Willow on the basement approach. Lipinski pushing up on the top. Stumpy being very aggressive here. He does find green. Lipinski making some noise. Stumpy making the peek here. Is Willow going to be prepared for Stumpy in this position? He is. He's going to rush the corner and find him, but then Plenus gets that quick refrag. Then the confirm. Now Lipinski, the only one remaining on this side. The flash coming out, not gonna find anybody.
Expediter should have definitely seen that lob of a smoke come out from Lipinski here. Plenus again with the overzealous rotation is gonna get caught out in the open on a transition. F. Lipinski's gonna make it by Expediter. Now Expediter's chasing him, which is not good because now F. Lipinski has the advantage. He uses that advantage and he's gonna find Expediter now to take him down. And it's just 2 members of Danglers left. It's just Executioner and Riboman, I believe.
Yeah, indeed, Steven and Lipinski making this approach on the top side of Tanker while Silent makes his approach underneath. And now what's interesting about this objective is the camp locations have definitely changed, so you can't just guard that center room. There's quite a bit of different spaces that you can actually camp on in here, and I don't know that Danglers are necessarily watching all the possibilities, but we'll see how far they're able to make it in. Lipinski and Rybo having a bit of a conversation here through the walls, if I'm not mistaken. A grenade coming out, very nice, is gonna find Rybo inside. He's gonna push up onto the objective here, and Mex rushes in, grabs Lipinski, and now it's just up to Steven and Silent to pick up Mex, but that's exactly what happens. Steven leading up Mex, and Animal House are gonna get themselves a map win here. Sorely needed map win here, in fact, to soften the MMR blow versus the Danglers and take us to a final score of 8-9. Danglers do take it on points and maps, but Animal House do soften it up a little bit there with that very nice tanker win against Danglers. So that makes for a very good series for us here, folks.
Well, I was gonna say, it was a great series. Animal House did play well. Don't get me wrong. Danglers, though, they just brought it to them on the first 2 maps, but I was saying that we did get a confirmation, at least from Riboman. There was a bit of an early flash report, and then I am seeing a clip now saying early nade, possibly. But it seems that Danglers aren't going to press the issue. They're going to leave it as it is, let the map ride out as 4-1. So GG's to both teams. Animal House, you played well. Unfortunately, you just weren't able to pull it out there on Bazaar. You did have an amazing comeback, though. That cap from Silent Night, an excellent one. But yeah, overall, a great game. I'm glad we did it. It was a fun one to cast. Both teams very excitable, very fun to watch. So yeah, and of course, thank everyone for tuning in. I saw a lot of bits getting dropped this evening from both Vivian and from Parzival. Everyone just coming in and dropping those bits, and I love it. And of course, big happy birthday shout out to my main caster tonight, Noman.
Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. I do echo all of those sentiments again. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in for the game today and hanging out with me and Sleepy on this fine Saturday evening. We're glad you've chosen Onward as your entertainment for the time. I do want to thank our sponsors again, VR Cover and Pro2 VR, for bringing all this VRML action to you, as well as providing some sweet prizes for the championships that we got coming up. Definitely stay tuned to your Twitters and your VRMLs and your Twitch channels, because we have got a ton of Onward action coming up in the next 3 weeks. We have got the open qualifiers. We have got the round robins, which will be the winners of the 2 separate open qualifier groups, duking it out for that 8th spot in the second set of matches we'll have. And then the semis and finals, of course, will be played out a week after that. We're going to be bringing all of that action to you as much as possible, so stay tuned for that. But that is going to do it from the casting desk for us here today. My name is Noman with a 4. I am here with my good friend and co-caster Sleepy with 2 3s, and we will catch you bright and early tomorrow for some boss fight Lemon Squad action. But for now, we will be signing off the desk. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.